Hello, welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle from Desmond's Donders. Well, usual format. I'm going to tell you what we've been up to and any news. I'm going to tell you about the upcoming videos, and then I'm going to waffle. And this week, it's just not cricket. But before we start, we've done another stick assault, and here we are. The Caramen. You can find them in all the usual places on social media, and as it says there, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. So take a look and have a look at their content. So what have we been up to? Well, we went to Lockingdorp, at least I did. I managed to get in. When I arrived, there was only one other motorhome there, and then a third arrived after I did, but they were with the other people and so on and so forth. But it was a relatively peaceful weekend. Cars were coming and going and parking, and the funny tale of the weekend was the fact that all weekend people had been coming, paddleboarders and windsurfers, etc., wild swimmers, putting on their wetsuits, getting all the gear ready and going out on their paddleboard, etc., etc. Just before we were leaving, there was a van turned up. Two guys got out of it, blew up their inflatable kayak, rolled up their trouser legs, grabbed a large plastic bag of tinnies and went off in their their inflatable kayak. And I thought, great to see somebody doing it old school. Oh dear. Anyway, so we went to Lockingdorp, and there was another event as well. Sunday was our 41st wedding anniversary, and we caked it out. But more of that in those videos when you see them. Upcoming videos, well, this Friday it's entitled Look What Our Neighbours Got, and is more from the first of the two visits to Portsoy. Monday, we're at Grantown on Spey. Now, ironically, this was a backup to when I was going to try Lockingdorp before, and yeah, it was a great weekend. It was busy, shall we say, but if you watch the videos, you'll see. Now, next Wednesday there is more waffle, but I'll probably be recording it tomorrow as you're watching this, because we're off on a longer donder. Friday's video, it's entitled Dramatic Rescue, and it's the tale of your superhero and his involvement in a rescue while at Grantown on Spey. Don't get overexcited. Oh dear. I mentioned we're going on a longer donder next week, so things might be a bit slow in getting your answers and whatever. If anybody comments on videos and what have you, or contacts on social media, because we may not have a signal. We've got internet connections with 3 of the 4 big providers, but that doesn't mean we're going to have a signal. We'll see how it goes. We'll try and keep up, but if we don't, we'll be back. We're not going far off along, and I can catch up then like I do most weekends. Anyway, here we go with the waffle. Actually, we don't go with the waffle right now, but before we do, I forgot a bit, so I'm just cutting this little bit quickly. And next Thursday, that's a week on Thursday, is Throwback Thursday, and mine is entitled Now, Now, now. What's it all about? Go take a look next Thursday and look at the others on the playlist. Sorry, I'll hand you back to our superhero who can carry on. I was listening not to the test match that's just finished in defeat, but the previous one. And they were talking about what was upcoming in this latest test match, but they were also talking about other charities and people with mental problems within the game of cricket. Now, I fully understand that mental health is... Excuse me about that. That was my shoes sticking together. People with mental health can come from any walk of life. And mental health issues, that is, can come from any walk of life, doing anything. But what annoyed me, and it was the way it was said as much as anything, saying that, you know, they were comparing a soldier, basically, a soldier with his rifle out in wherever the latest skirmish, etc., is being fought, and comparing him with a batsman and the pressures that they're under. And that's what annoyed me. You see, there's a lot of money in sport, whatever they say these days, and those batsmen can have mental health issues. I agree. I'm not disputing the fact. What I am disputing is that you can compare them to servicemen. The batsman is going to have somebody come and chuck a ball at him at 90 mile an hour, and he has to get his pads or his padding or the ball, or the bat, sorry, on it in such a way that he scores runs or doesn't get out. Yeah. His responsibilities are great, maybe, especially as captain. The responsibility of himself, the team, etc., etc. I don't dispute any of that, but at the end of the day, he's getting paid a huge sum of money, and he has the ability to go out and buy help. Now, your serviceman doesn't. Oh, and on that buy help, I'm not going to say that he has the ability to, from the point of view of up here, because I knew when I was really suffering, I couldn't ask for help. But what I am saying is, you can't compare them with the soldier in the trenches. The soldier in the trenches, he can't ask for help the same way for what's going on in his head. He doesn't have the ability to go and buy a private psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever's needed. He's dependent, very much dependent on the service support. And that, I'm not saying is bad, but it's not the same. And my experience afterwards is that the National Health Service, at least in our area, don't fully understand what goes on in the head of servicemen and ex-servicemen. I'm not comparing myself with an England cricketer or whatever, but the best help I got was when Lindsay reached out to the RAF Benevolent Fund and said to me, and they set me up, with a great organisation, and I was able to, for 10 weeks, talking to this one person, did so much for me. So you could say that's my experience of the private sector and healthcare. And in the time since speaking to them, I've gone from a really bad low place to a better place. Things aren't perfect, there's problems with the medication at the moment, but if the medication keeps my head right and they can get it sorted soon, I don't give a damn. What I do care about is having somebody who may have to go stand with a loaded rifle pointed at somebody and kill them, or be killed himself, compared to somebody who has to stand and have somebody throw cricket balls at him. I don't think the two compare. They do to the individual perhaps in what's going on in their head, but they certainly don't in the way they get there. I don't have the words. I don't have the words. I'm trying to say that, yes, they can both have the mental problems, but I just don't think the two situations compare. The end result might be the same, but I know which way I'd rather get there. Which is a horrible thing to say, because I don't wish anybody to get there. Yeah, we've all had a tough time of it, and look after yourself. Not just physically, look after your head. Anyway, I've got a lot more I could say for that, but I'm not going to. I'm really not going to, because it applies across all sports. There's too much money in sport, but that's a completely different subject. Okay, we're away next week, as I said, going to meet family and hopefully have some peace and quiet and see some new sights. All good for up here. In the meantime, there'll be some drone footage following right on. Look after yourselves and see you next time.
Thank you for watching Desmond's Donors. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.